Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a snowblower. It's a yard machine, 3.5 horse, Tecumseh on it with a 21-inch clearing width. And as you can see, this thing sat for many years. I had to order a new cable to engage the propeller, and I just got that in today. And we got to put a new belt on it and get it running for the snow season. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Here's the old cable. It froze. So I got the new cable in the mail today, and it's been sitting for so long that this belt actually has a kink in it. So old and kind of dry rotted. So grab a new belt. Alright, got a new belt here. Okay, now I gotta unhook this spring. Okay, hooked up the spring in that slot right there. Now I gotta put the spring back on. And there we go. Okay, that part works. So now I can put the cover back on. You know, the old one, the cable broke where that spring is there. And before I order any parts, I check the spark plug to make sure it's not scored on, because this is a 2-cycle, before I started buying any parts for it. And this little short one goes in the front here. There we go. Now we got to take this cover off here so we can get to the carburetor and the fuel tank and everything. And them look like they're 5/16. You know, when you order parts for stuff like this, here's the model number and the serial number and stuff. I order my stuff from Parts Tree, but a lot of people have good luck with that HIPAA. I believe it's called HIPAA or Hippo parts. I guess they have good quality parts there too. Or you can just go to the regular MTD site and order from there. But when you order parts for lawnmowers, push mowers, riders, snow blowers, anything, you're going to need the model number and the serial number to get the right parts. Now we got to take out these two big 1/2-inch bolts here, it looks like. We got to take this cover back off. There's a screw up front too, it looks like. Okay, now we got to hook the primer line from the primer bulb. Okay, and hook the key switch. I guess there's enough for him now. We have enough for him to. Until it's been sitting for a long time. We got to put a fuel filter, an inline fuel filter in this too. There we go. Well, it looks like an Allen wrench to the carburetor off. Blow some of that crud out so we can get to the governor linkage. Oh man, a lot of crap. Inside there too. But we got a spring. I don't know if I don't think a mouse did that, like some kind of a cutter bee or something. But in here the cylinder looks good. It's got to blow that out really good. Don't want to ruin that cylinder or that piston. That's not mouse poop or nothing. It's almost like from like a cutter bee or something. Okay, let's go ahead and take this apart. The 1/2 inch for the bowl. This is the jet too, the main jet. Oh geez. Look at that. This carburetor is no good. See when you get water in there and it freezes? See what it did to the float? Look at all that. That is just crazy. Well, this carburetor ain't no good. Float pins are, you can't even budge that. Doggone it, I hope I have a carburetor for this. That's what happens when you use ethanol, and it looks like this thing sat outside for years too. Just by the way it looks like it sat outside. Let me go try finding a carburetor for this. I should have one. If not, I'll have to order one, and I have to hold off on this video again. But let me go upstairs and look. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a carburetor. There's that old one. Totally destroyed. But I bought out a shop about 8-9 years ago now that they used to sell it to Compsies, and they had a couple new motors of these for these snowblowers. They're brand new, but it's been sitting. The inside looks good. I'll double check here. As far as I know, they were never ran, so the inside should be like brand new. Yeah, see, it's a little bit older carburetor, but it came off a 5-horse. So I'll get this put on the motor. See what happens. Okay, let's get this put on here. It's still the same kind of spring setup that brings it back. So we gotta hook up the governor rod. So let me make sure that's in the same place as the old one. It should be, but I better double check. Yeah, it's in the same place as that old one. So we'll make sure, because sometimes they put them on the other side. Well, actually it is on the other side. So what I gotta do is I gotta take these centers out, take the butterflies out, and switch them around. Good thing I noticed that, or else this thing would probably run wide open. I never thought it was gonna be exactly like it, but it's always good to double check this stuff. So we just gotta take that screw out, and the shaft will pop out. Let me take the spring off. Yeah, good thing I noticed that. Always something. There's always some little thing. Slide right on out of there. And this one here takes a Torx. I'm going to put a dab of Loctite on that little screw. This little dab so it don't vibrate loose. Looks like there is some on there. We're going to put another drop on there just for safety. A little bit of green. Just a little dab. And before you tighten it all the way, go back and forth till it lines up so it shuts and opens all the way without it binding out. There. Now let's try it now. Good thing I noticed that. So just because it's the same size motor, years have a lot to do with it. That's why when you order parts, that's why you gotta give them the serial number and everything. This one's taking a little bit longer than what I thought, but then we got the gasket and the spacer. Okay, everything seems to be working good. I'm gonna blow out that gas tank real quick, and we're gonna put a fuel filter on there. Let's set this up right. I guess I might as well, I can put that cover on real quick so I can get to the fuel lines and everything, but I better put a new plug in there. I'm gonna spray a little bit of WD-40 in that cylinder, because being this hasn't ran and it's such a long time, get that piston ring kind of lubricated up till that 2-cycle gas, oil in the gas gets a chance to get up there. Kind of give it like a little lube. A little bit of gunk came out of there. I gotta put this one in until I get them 3 bolts in front put in. And the rubbers on the auger look really good too on there. It's too bad they left it outside. And if you have to leave it outside, you can buy a tarp or something to cover it up, you'd think. Of course, not everybody has a luxury with garages and stuff too, I guess. That's understandable. Alright, now let's get that fuel line and primer line put on. I pulled that old primer line off, part of it stayed on. Put some clamps on here. And I'll be using a Briggs & Stratton filter, and the big end always goes towards the carburetor. It's always good to have a fuel filter on these. Okay, I guess our next step is to see if it runs. Let me put some of these tools away. I got tools laying all over doing all this stuff here. Alright, got some fresh gas in there now. Turn the key on, primer, choke. Oh, there you go. It works good now. After seeing that carburetor, kind of scared me with that water and stuff damage to that float and everything. But seems to run good. Anyways, hope this video helps you out. I really appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. And you guys have a good evening.